Think of the last time you got a really good night's sleep. For some of us, stress creeps into our dreams. But when you start tossing and turning and acting out those nightmares, doctors say it's more than just stress. Viv Williams explains in this Medical Mythbuster.
Those nightmares about being chased by monsters or not being able to protect your family from danger are your brain's way of helping you deal with stress to prepare you for similar situations in the future. That's not a myth.
All of us have crazy dreams. That is normal. That's actually normal REM sleep, trying to identify threats in our lives.
Dr. Michael Howell, a University of Minnesota neurologist and sleep medicine specialist, says what is a myth is this: acting out wild dreams while you sleep is also normal and caused by stress.
This is not sleepwalking, it's not sleep talking. This is thrashing, punching, kicking, shouting.
This is physically acting out in real time what's happening in a dream.
We had a patient who was dreaming that he was going to do a cannonball into a swimming pool in his dream, and he did a cannonball right off of his bed and broke his pelvis on the bedroom floor.
Dr. Howell says situations like this indicate a medical condition first described at the University of Minnesota in 1982 called REM sleep behavioral disorder, or RBD.
The important thing to know is that this is a common, identifiable, and treatable condition.
Howell says 3 million people in the U.S. have RBD, which is caused by a problem in the brainstem. You see, when you're in REM sleep, your brain sends signals to your muscles that paralyzes them. If you have RBD, that pathway is lost and your limbs stay active. Howell says people who act out their dreams should be evaluated by a sleep medicine specialist who can diagnose the situation accurately and provide proper treatment, which includes medication. With another Medical Mythbuster, I'm Viv Williams.
I literally wanted to cry when he said that the guy did a cannonball out of his bed and broke his pelvis. I'm not sure I heard one word after that. That was so upsetting to me.
I know, and I'm not sure I would have known to go to a doctor if, you just think they're just dreaming and they're doing whatever, but it'd be a significant medical crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the other thing too is there are some studies that really show this kind of behavior, that inhibition of that paralysis, it's linked to some neurodegenerative diseases. So this may be an early sign to you that you have an impending Parkinson's or dementia or other degeneration is happening.
Interesting.
So not only are you beating yourself up or your spouse up in your sleep, you've got a future to really consider in making sure that you get a diagnosis.
Early warning sign that something is going on. There's some kind of inflammation, neuroinflammation. There's a pathway that's contributing to all this.
Yeah, and if you live alone and you're experiencing it, I'd almost want to put a camera in there to see what you're doing, to be able to describe it to the doctor.
I find it interesting that it's not the same as like a sleepwalker.
Yeah.
That this is totally different, but sleepwalking, you still retain your muscle movement and your limb movement, which most of us don't. But I find that one very interesting, that this is something totally different.
They talk about some of the underlying factors with that, like sleep apnea is a huge one. And if you think what's going on when you have sleep apnea or when people are taking antidepressants or medicines at night, or they're not, just not the interference of alcohol and all that, you're interfering with neurotransmitters. At nighttime is when you heal. Your brain is trying to heal.
Brain washes
and when you
out.
disrupt all that, it makes sense that you have other things that are going to occur. Yeah.
That's terrifying when you're acting out something in your sleep. And I'm glad you mentioned that you want to really look into that and address it, not shake it off as nothing.
Right.